Friends, imagine this. There is an award ceremony in your office and your name is announced. You get up, you go to the stage, you accept the award, and then you suddenly freeze. You go completely blank. You don't know what to do. Should you just accept the award and run? Or should you stand there for a minute and make a speech? And if you have to make a speech, what exactly should you say? Now, sounds familiar? Well, if it sounds familiar, you're not alone. This happens to many people. And in my corporate life, I have seen many people fumbling when they have to go up on stage to receive an honor or an award. So, friends, in this video, I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to tell you how you should receive or accept an honor or an award gracefully. I have divided this video into two parts. Part number one is what should you do when your name is announced? Your journey from your seat to the stage. And part number two is what should you say if you have to give a speech? Okay, so let's start with part number one, which is what happens when your name is announced. Now, I have noted down my points here on a piece of paper. So I'll be looking at that paper to kind of elaborate those points, right? Let's start with point number one. What happens when your name is announced? So in this step one, react naturally. When your name is announced, react naturally. Don't have this look of shock on your face as if you are at the Filmfare Awards or the Oscar Awards. Okay, please don't do that. A warm, gentle smile should take care of it, right? So that's step number one, react naturally. Step number two, stand up confidently. Now you have acknowledged, your name has been announced. You have acknowledged with a warm smile. Now you need to get up from your seat. When you get up, stand up confidently with a good posture. Okay, don't run to the stage, right? That will show people that you are confident and not desperate. Okay, so step number one, react naturally. Step number two is stand up confidently. Step number three is walk to the stage calmly and slowly, right? With confident steps, right? Now, when you go to the stage, you have to walk calmly. Don't run to the stage. If there are people who want to shake hands with you and they are at a close distance, well, then you can shake hands with them. But if they are sitting far away and you have to walk a distance to shake their hands, well, just acknowledge them with a warm smile, right? And then go straight to the stage, right? That is step number three. Step number four is receive the award properly. When you receive the award, well, use both your hands to receive the award, whether it's a trophy or a certificate or anything else which you're being given as part of an award. Use both your hands to accept the award, right? Make eye contact with the person who's giving you the award and use both your hands, right? And step number five, if there is a photo opportunity. Now, in most of the award ceremonies, there is a photographer who's taking, right? Now, if there's a photo opportunity, what you need to do is you should hold the award at your chest level, right? And then wait for the photographer to click the photograph. After that is done, then look at the awards, smile and look at the award. This is a photographer's delight, right? Look at the award and smile and let the photographer take a photo, right? So those are points in part one, when your name is taken. I'll repeat that. Step number one is react naturally. Step number two, stand up confidently. Step number three, walk to the stage calmly. Step number four, receive the award properly with both your hands. And step number five is if there's a photo opportunity, hold the award at your chest level, right? So that is part one when your name is announced. Now, what do you do once your name is announced and you've accepted the award? You have to make a speech. Now, this is very important. What do you do? Now, here again, I'm going to talk about 3 or 4 points which you need to remember if you have to make a speech. So point number one is express gratitude, right? Now, you need to the first thing is say thank you to the person who is giving the award to you. Make eye contact with the person. Don't look anywhere else. The first thing is you need to make eye contact with the person who's giving you the award and express gratitude and say thank you. Step number two is acknowledge others. Now, you need to acknowledge others who have made you win this award. Now, these could be your team members, these could be your colleagues, these could be your family members, your supervisor. So acknowledge them in your speech, right? That's step number two, acknowledge others. Step number three is share a brief insight or a message. So don't just thank others and run away, but share a brief insight. For example, you could say something like this, that when I started this project, I really didn't know what kind of challenges I would face. But I put consistent effort, and my word of advice to other people today is that consistency always pays. So what have you done? You've given a brief insight. Okay, so that is step number 3. give a brief insight. And step number 4 is again close with gratitude, right? You can say something like, once again, I would like to thank everybody for this award, and then walk off from the stage, right? So I'd like to summarize part number 2 out here when you have to give a speech. Number 1, express gratitude. Number 2, acknowledge others, right? I mentioned about your team members, your supervisor, your colleagues. Number 3, share a brief insight, right? This, what your experience has been in the entire project and what are you getting the award for. And step number 4 finally is close with gratitude. Say a big thank you, acknowledge your head, right? And then walk away calmly from the stage, right? So these are the 2 parts you need to remember while accepting an award or an honor gracefully. Okay, part one, I talked about when your name is announced, and part number 2 is how to make that perfect speech when you're accepting an award. Okay, the one thing which you need to remember is don't make the speech very long. And at the end, I'd like to talk about some mistakes which people do while accepting an award, right? And please avoid these mistakes. I'm going to talk about 3 or 4 points out here, right? Mistake number 1 is being overly humble. Okay, don't say things like, oh, I don't deserve this award. There are better people like me in the office. I'm so shocked how I got this award. No, please don't do that, right? You have got this award because you have added some value to the organization, and don't be overly humble out here, right? So that's one mistake you should completely avoid, being overly humble. Mistake number 2 is making it all about yourself. Now, don't start praising yourself. Don't start going on a trip that, you put in so many weekends, you put in so many late nights, right? Nobody wants to listen to that, right? You're being acknowledged for your work out there. Accept it humbly. Not people like humility. Okay, so that's step number 2. You should avoid. Don't make it about yourself. Point number 3 is forgetting about important people. I talked about in part 2, always acknowledge the people who have made it possible for you to win this award, your colleagues, your family, your supervisor. Please don't miss them, don't forget them. Number 4 is speaking too long, right? Now, it's an award ceremony. There are other awards to be given. And if you take away 4 to 5 or 6 minutes with your speech, it's not going to be very well taken. Okay, so don't keep it very short. Should not be more than a minute or minute and a half, right? And then accept the award and move away gracefully, right? Next is reading from a piece of paper. Now, if you've already been told that you're going to get an award, don't take a piece of paper and start reading from it. Okay, that's absolutely unacceptable at an award ceremony, right? Even if you have to read from a piece of paper, well, then make eye contact with the audience, right? But try not to read from a piece of paper, and make eye contact with the audience and also the person who's given you the award and the people on stage. But avoid reading from a piece of paper. And if you have to practice, please do that. And finally, one mistake which you avoid is getting too emotional, right? If you get a little emotional, if your tears start coming out of your eyes, well, then take a pause, take a breath, but don't let those emotions overtake you. Don't get too emotional, right? People understand that, you can get emotional, but don't let it go overboard, right? So let me summarize. What are the mistakes you should avoid? Number 1, being overly humble. Number 2, making it all about yourself. Number 3, forgetting important people. Number 4, spending too long on your speech. Number 5, reading from a piece of paper. Avoid completely. And finally, getting too emotional with your speech, right? So friends, I hope that you've learned something from this video on how to accept an honor or an award gracefully. I talked about when your name is announced. I talked about the things you should remember when you have to make a speech. And in the third part, I talked about what are the mistakes you should avoid when you are accepting an honor and award. So I hope you found this video valuable. If you have, please do like this. Please do share it with your friends and colleagues if they find it useful. And if you want more videos like these, please do comment what topic I should cover, and I'll be more than happy to make that particular video for you. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.